It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come.
Hello there. We want to talk about good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Maiyegun live.
Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Ó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary politico.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are joining from. Remember, read the caption of the broadcast, share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today. Yesterday, Thiefnubu's illegitimate regime was exposed among numerous lies that they kind of love to push. But they don't double down, though. Like they are not really coming back to say, okay, we are sorry, we lied. Right? They are doubling down. Share this.
Yes, And yes, right. And yes, right. President Barufio. And yes, right. And yes, right. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí fa. And yes, right. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. And yes, right.
Thank you so much for joining me. It is the brunch time with Maiyegun. It is also the segment where you can call in. Yes, you can. Anytime. And be part of this conversation. But remember, hear it first. And that's me, Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Maiyegun Brunch Time Live. You see, the ridiculousness of the criminals in charge of Nigeria, their incompetence, and of course, their corruption will continue to jeopardize whatever dream a lot of you have in that country. The dream of, okay, yeah, probably you could make a difference. You could change your life. These will remain dreams, a mirage for some, or probably for many, a mirage where you have been set up for failure because the criminals in charge of your country are not only inefficient, incompetent, more or less like superstitious, so to say. Baba, they are as blind as bats as well. Sometimes when they talk, a lot of you probably feels like you could do better or you could reason better. Sometimes have to question your own brain, like Omoshe, which kind level it is. Now, Thiefnubu that they told you has a very good gift of discovering talents. Discovered this, I don't know how to describe him. Is the minister of darkness. Mind you, this image on your screen is the picture taken during the time of a cross-examination of the minister of darkness in Nigeria by the Nigerian House of Representatives, I think. So while they were there, of course, the minister of darkness is in the building, and the entire building, went dark. The power was off. Just so it didn't really have to say much about his failure before that sort of popped up and stared him on the face. But you cannot shame the shameless. That is the slogan. You cannot shame the shameless. So this guy has come out sometimes, right? When he speaks, right, you think, why is it threatening you? Sometimes when this guy speaks, I feel like he's threatening you. One of the problems of Nigeria, in fact, of numerous problems, this one, power, they have ensured that it remained luxury and impossible from one government to another. But now this one could be the most ridiculous that you have ever witnessed, okay? And he is also very proud in his own ridiculousness. But I'll give you the breakdown first, so that at least as a layman, you can understand what they use the word peculiarity of the power sector and the corruption therein, which has worked so well in mitigating against the progress of those of you living in that hellhole called Nigeria. Power is not a rocket science, but because of the way Nigeria is set up and the what you can call the short-sightedness of the past ruiners of Nigeria, where the policy of one Nigeria is to rob Peter and pay Paul. So from time immemorial, darkness has been part and parcel of generational punishments that these rogues have unleashed on us. But I'll break them down for you. They will generate electricity. Okay, Nigeria have this, what do you call it? They have this hydropower plant, Kainji Dam, Shiroro Dam, all in Niger State. You see that of Shiroro for the past 8 years, especially under Bukwari of APC, Egbekegbe, the Boko Haram, they have taken over Shiroro. And they have destroyed and continue to vandalize this multi-billion-dollar national assets. And they have blanked the rest of you from knowing this. However, few other places where they are still managing to generate electricity, it is like a mandate. They must offload them onto what they call the national grid. Do you even understand the wastage that is involved in what they call the national grid in Nigeria? I will tell you. It is like generating electricity somewhere in Imo State. While the people of Imo will have no electricity, the power generated there will be then transmitted on the Nigeria national grid, that power line, all the way to somewhere in Zungeru, where Fulani terrorists have already ransacked and chased everybody away. You see all those industrialized south, where industries are folding up, packing up due to operational costs. They continue to suffer for that in the south, while AMLET and all that. And you know something? There's so much waste and wastage when they are kind of moving and transporting it that way. All this waste is just to keep the concept of one Nigeria going. In the process, they are not building new infrastructure to power Nigeria. These mad people are expending billions upon billions of your money on moribund, outdated power infrastructures. Yeah, they have no plan of giving you electricity. I mean, they once said something about unbundling the Nigerian electricity company. That's just like removing subsidy, selling it off, and let everybody generate the power, sell the power to their pay customers who can afford to pay. But that wasn't to happen. Okay, it wasn't to happen. Because at the end of the day, majority of them are not really interested in generating and distributing the power, because if they do, what would they be budgeting for? So Penkelemesi, your minister of darkness, knows this very well. Okay, and that is why, despite the fact that even the Russians that build the Ajaokuta steel in Lokojas, in Kogi, as far back as 1976, 1977, the technology that the old technology that they put together in building Ajaokuta has totally been outdated, no longer in use. But guess what? The successful criminal government in Nigeria continues to pop the Ajaokuta steel, because it's all conduit pipe. It is not for them to actually refine what you call the steels. No. And it is the same thing with power. So they said they unbundled and they've given it to the discos. They have discos, they have gencos. Gencos are the generating companies.
discos are the distributing companies. At the end of the day, behind the scene, these criminals are still budgeting billions, hundreds of billions for power that they will spend no dime on. Think about that. So, since they don't have any of this plan, now Penkelemesi is now saying, if Nigeria wants to have stable electricity, you must be willing to spend, or the government of Nigeria must be willing to spend $10 billion every year. And it just kind of pulled the number from thin air. It just pulled it out from nowhere. Because that is what they do. Because numbers to Abobakus or even Thiefnubu himself, now statistics when I go chop. So yeah, they put the number out and they run with it. 10 billion. Ask him to tell you what he's going to do with the 10 billion. Then they will begin to attack your father. They will say, your father and your mother this. You are a bastard. Why are you asking questions? You hate Nigeria. Because these are irresponsible bunch that are making decisions for a country of a supposed 200 million mumums. So you can see it there, right? So he said, those of you who are complaining that you are in band A and it is too expensive and you do not even have the light or the electricity, according to the Penkelemesi, your minister of darkness and sorrows, says you would actually have to pay, or else don't complain about no electricity or what have you, because there will be none. If you are complaining like this, what happens is that you have to pay and manage the one they are giving to you. Baba, listen now. Let's say if you are in band A, you are supposed to be like, you're supposed to be like the first class. So which means that they even said in band A, you are to get you will be getting 20 hours electricity a day. That's the best you can get. And they were supposed to guarantee that. Okay. So they've increased the cost of the electricity itself. A lot of you are paying more, but you are not even seeing it. They are not giving you the prepaid meters. Prepaid meters that will actually really calculate what you use when they give you the light, Abi. So all of the old rackets, the scam, right from the top, is to carry on. And they know that it's like you have no choice. I have people who said they have disconnected themselves from the Nigerian electricity supply, but they still get charged. They still get billed, even when there is no visible cable or visible cable or wires of the Nigerian electricity companies, right? But they still get billed. It's all racket scam. And it's the same everywhere. It is. I mean, how do you actually pay for something you are not using? And all you can do is just lament and all that. Like, Okay. So yeah, they said that you would have to get yourself used to it. That is from the Penkelemesi. We'll come back to that. Indeed. You were here yesterday, last night, when Maersk Shipping and Logistics said, no, we did not sign any deal or $600 million deal with Thiefnubu. And the brethren, since last night, the embarrassment, the shame, was so much that even some of these Abobakus, Buhari idiots, Bat idiots, Bastard, and the rest of their clan, I was watching them all over. They were struggling and praying that make this whole thing just be a miscommunication. Because according to them, every one of you who decided to expose and amplify this, you are considered as enemies of Nigeria who don't love Nigeria. Because these voluntary slaves in Nigeria, they do know that they are lying to them. They know that their lives are being destroyed. But the difference between them and you is that they actually are so desperate that all the lies that Thiefnubu and their gang are telling them, they are so desperate that they want them to be true. And that's very sad. You don't know. Like, somebody is lying to you. Not only that, you have also figured out that they are lying. Even though you didn't tell anybody, you know they are lying. You can come here to defend them. Because now shame, where you no get, since we cannot shame the shameless. But inside you, they know that they are lying to them. They are disappointed. They are sad. But you know, when you are in a state of total suppression, depression, hopelessness, sometimes you want the lies to be true, you know? Yeah. You know, for example, you had a dream, and inside that dream, somebody came to your house. You are very broke, you need money. Then you have a dream that somebody came to your house, somebody seems familiar, and they came with a bag of money, right? And then they gave the money to you in your dream. Only for you to wake up and you know it's a dream. You know it's a dream, Jerry. But somehow you just really, really, really wish it is true. To the point that you begin to say, maybe if you start saying it's true, it will actually come to reality. You know where they use religion to deceive you, to say it into presence. Let me give you another example. You know that the student loan is a scam. You have every reason to see that it is a fraud. Okay? It's a scheme put together to enrich few guys, and then it will disappear. But Abobakus, or typical Nigerians, they know it's a lie. But they will ask you, what if it's true? What if God touches their mind and they kind of do it? Let us be positive. Let's be positive for this country. I'm not a supporter of Thiefnubu. I don't even like APC. But can we all try and be positive for once? Those are the people with sad lives. But they don't know. You know, when your life is so worthless that you will love a lie to be true. That's a very sorry state of life for anybody. And there are many people like that. They see the lie, right? But they are desperate to see it to become true. Oh, let it be truth. Father, let it be truth. Oh. I just pray that this is true. Dangote refinery is going to start working by May 31st, 2023. So Bukwari is going to open it first, so that he's going to be the first person to see it work. Guys, Nalayo, there is no refinery that is ready. Dangote refinery will not be ready until 2027, 2028. That is the earliest that it can actually be ready to produce like a proper refinery. Even if it is 2028, why don't you just let us believe that it's going to work in May 2023? No, it's not going to work in May. It's not ready. Far from it. Abba, why are you enemy of Nigeria? Why don't you want anything good for Nigeria? They say it's going to be working. Everybody that has been there, I even have my cousin. My cousin is working there. My cousin said, it is already working. They only delayed it a little bit. These are people with serious depressive lives. People who have been so disappointed all their lives that they want the lie to be true so desperately. And those are the vulnerable people that APC, Egbekegbe, appeals to. UAE has lifted visa ban. No, it's a lie. They haven't lifted any visa ban. No. And even if they have not lifted the visa ban, we should say it into presence. At least the government is trying to make sure that they lift the visa ban. I said, one more lift the visa ban. It's a lie. I know it's a lie, but I'm saying that if all of us have belief, if all of us support the government now, and then we all be positive towards our country, don't I said it's a lie. It is a lie. They lied to you. Okay, I know they lied. But even you, Seth, why don't you feel anything positive about Nigeria? Why are you always celebrating all the bad news? Because you want the lies to be good news. How? How are you going to do that? What is it called? Port Harcourt refinery is ready. Port Harcourt refinery is going to start working in December. Hey, guys, it is a lie. There's no Port Harcourt refinery that is going to be ready in December. What is wrong with this guy? What is this Maiyegun's problem? Why don't you just see anything good about this country? Why are you always here to see all the... Papa, show mad. I am saying it to be wrong. It's a lie. Okay, let's even say it's a lie. But why can't you just believe that it's a true? Why don't you all of us let's be positive? These are vulnerable people with miserable lives that APC, Egbekegbe, appeals to. Yesterday, from nowhere, Thiefnubu and gang, breaking news. Maersk Logistic and Shipping from the Danish company that they have signed infrastructural, listen to this, they say ports infrastructural expansion projects. And they are ready to inject $600 million into Nigeria after their chairman, Maersk, met Thiefnubu in Saudi Arabia. Official handle, social media handle of the government of Nigeria, led by the druggie Pablo Escobar, actually published that to hundreds of millions of people in that Nigeria and the rest of the world. A lie. The company felt so embarrassed. You won't believe this. So that thing that I just told you yesterday, that fake news that Maersk is investing 600 million in Thiefnubu's narco Nigeria. Automatically, the company lost 4% of their equity of their shares or so. 4% dropped from their shares worldwide yesterday. Now, APC, Egbekegbe is not done. They are now looking for every means to double down. They want it to be true. They have to go and bring another fake video to say Hey, it is true. Even though the contract is not signed yesterday, it was signed in February. They only went to go and greet Thiefnubu in Saudi Arabia 2 days ago. Eh? The rest of the world is looking at Nigeria like, which kind of people be this? What kind of, like, you are destroying local investments. And you think the foreign investors are going to still bring their money? Let me show you a video. But before I show you that video, take a look at this photo. Okay? This was them sometimes in February, where they were talking about looking for 3 million jobs in oil and gas before December 2024. And this was in February 2024, part of the Lamba. Now you see this now, eh? Can you see this properly, right? Those of you who are watching there, okay? Now that, then look at this image. I want you to look at this image very well. The man on the left, that is Daniel Mask. The guy who is the chairman of Maersk Shipping and Logistics. Okay, have you seen that face? Have you seen it properly, right? That is the man Thiefnubu and his gang signed the whatever it is called. I'll show you. I don't know if you have seen it though. Like, how could you be so desperate with your lies that you are so desperate that you want it to be true? You be the judge. You see, they say now oil and gas, then sign for deal. But for Thiefnubu, now port expansion with Maersk. Well, watch this and listen. Although the video is, you can tell probably it's like, it's a voiceover, so fake. Well, that guy is kind of talking like Indian too. Now pay attention to the faces of those who are on this, this video. I'll come back to it.
I'm happy today to present to you the global CEO of APM Terminals and chairman of NESGAS and management team of APPL. With this facility, Nigeria is starting of getting over 1 million jobs.
Facility to really world-class capabilities and invested over $100 million there. And so our proposal is to upgrade the Apapa port facility with our partners there and invest $500 million in upgrading the facilities.
To actually come forward with your commitments of investment. And for me, it's something I want the rest of Nigerians to see and to hear, and to be rest assured that it's going to get better. We committed and we promised Nigerians that there will be jobs. And also, calculating numbers, sitting down here, we just created 3 million jobs. In 2 days, we are seeing opportunities of creating 5 million jobs. So what we are doing is also to create a job center where we can actually put out the opportunities that are available for Nigerians to see and to contact those who are providing these jobs in a matchmaking process. So we do all that we can and all that it takes to remove the bottlenecks around businesses for you, increase the ease of doing business, and support you in every way we can to ensure that you're.
I'm happy today to present to you the global CEO.
So they had to go and put that out. Did you see this man in that video? You need to tell me. Sorry, guys on TikTok can't see that. But did you see this man in that video? Because that's the man that met with Thiefnubu. Of course, it's it's an actual job. The company is so embarrassed. They are losing their shares. They have already been struggling and they are already in the process of leaving Nigeria anyway. So they do not have any $600 million to come and do any port expansion. That's a lie. And you can't make that true simply because you want it to be true. If you want something to be true, then you really have to do it right. Doing it right means that
there is there is a picture, video evidence of the document signed, the deal signed, and the content of that deal signed. And as a government, you are not just an individual now. As a government, you should be able to kind of present something more than just a picture. Now they have ruined it too. Because anybody now, any white person that mistakenly take pictures with Thiefnubu, you go see your picture in Nigeria. Nigerian government is going to say you are an investor. Some people came, maybe, I don't know, maybe they are just like a tourist. And the next thing, they met with the Agbadoriansi in Lagos. And they said something workshop or something, right? But when the caption was to be published in Nigeria media, they said Taiwan is mulling the idea of investing in Nigeria's oil and gas. Kilo oil and gas at the workshop on Keke Marua. You they do workshop on Keke Marua, but people won't bring Keke Marua to Nigeria. Then you took their group picture. Only for you have these two guys there, and then you have all these Agbadorians, about 40 of them. Then you took the picture and you uploaded it, and they said Taiwan is interested in Nigerian oil. How? From where to where? So now everybody go, they hide from Thiefnubu now. You go take pictures. They will show your picture. They will upload your picture in Nigeria and say you have signed a multi-billion-dollar deal with Thiefnubu's government. That is why to this moment, they cannot tell you how much Thiefnubu has attracted since all of this looking for investor. They destroyed over 200 to 500 million dollars investments for road construction that could have gone the other way. Now they have unleashed their jobless, abobakus on Landmark. I don't know if you have seen them all. In case if you have not seen it, the campaign right now is that Landmark stole the government's land. They only sold him land to build hotel. He did not. I mean, why did he go and build all of those things next to the beach, to the waterfront? The waterfront is government waterfront. They did not sell that one to him. But guess what? The government, Devulumayi, and the rest of them who are now, doing their best, okay, to turn the Landmark this and that to politics and tribal Igbo versus Yoruba thing, right? What they don't know is this. You said the government of Nigeria only sold this place for him. The front of the water is owned by government because they have no idea of what it means to say waterfront property. Okay? Waterfront property means you are selling this place because of the value of that place. Do you understand what that means, right? But an Agbadorian will never want to know because he has been paid now to go out and badmouth and just badmouth Landmark and justify the destruction in a country where they are begging the world to come and invest in their shithole. But the investment they met before they ever came, 17 years ago, Nigerian government signed that place. They signed it to these guys, an arrangement that now Devulumayi is offering the guy 100 million naira compensation. Why is Devulumayi offering him a compensation if the guy stole the land? As said, the Agbadorians, Abobaku of Lagos, all these jobless cretins. So they are happy that such is being destroyed, and many more like that along the routes are being destroyed. For over 4,000 people will be jobless. Some of them are even attacking the place like it is too expensive. I came to your Landmark. I paid gate fee. I paid table fee. Your food is expensive. Your drink is expensive. I'm happy to demolish your business. All this coordinated right now. In a country where they use mouth to create jobs, politicians. Mouth to create jobs. Young people who feels like it is justified to destroy a business simply because the criminals who want to steal and take the land of the people along the routes actually care about them when they don't. I have this image somebody sent to me, and it is from the, is it called Laguna Beach in Florida or so, and another beach like that. They're so similar to that of the landmark in Lagos. So now they are using their social media through to say the landmark is getting so much support from so many people. It's a propaganda against Nigeria. Okay, the landmark stole the land. And if he didn't steal the land, he should have gone to court, forgetting the fact that the reason why this guy is not in court is because Devulumayi met with them. And Devulumayi assured them that their properties and the whole place is not going to be affected. Only for him to turn around, and he started the dog whistle by saying he is building for the development of millions of people. Which millions of people? The impoverished Nigerians that they are creating every now and then, or just the land. You know, I have seen mad people, indeed, and I've seen what they can do in destroying things. But most of the time, they do have a bit of, a bit of a time when they just feel like normal and they regret all their actions and they do everything not to do it again. That is not the way the APC lunatics thinks. Okay, to them, it is me versus you. Even when they are dying under that kind of arrangement, under that kind of policies, impoverished and denied a lot of things, to them, it is worth it as long as other people are denying them too. As long as all of you are suffering this together, then it is worth it. It is not. So let me tell you something. The likes of Thiefnubu have no idea of how to create wealth. They take, okay? Since they have no idea of how to create jobs or wealth, so they will take more from you. And in a country where your inflation is over the roof, right? What you are going to get is this. People will become more poorer, which is what you are already getting. People will become more poorer. And when people become more poorer, they will, the demand and supply cycle will be defeated. So which means businesses will have less patronage and they will downsize. Some will have to close down. So in the process, many will become jobless and poorer. Okay, which is further to dwindle the entire economy, put it that way. Then, because of the likes of Thiefnubu who have no idea of how to create any wealth, they will increase the tax. Because to Thiefnubu, the more money they have shows that they are working and they are successful. Okay, this is an implosion at a national scale. You will feel it. It is brewing. It will get there, I can assure you. Because the likes of Thiefnubu are not going to create jobs. They are not going to create an environment that will create jobs. Okay? They will steal and stifle that same place. And at the end of the day, to have more money, all of you businesses that are left, you will be squeezed and squeezed. Even if you are stoned, you will drip water. And this is your future. And that is what is coming. And with the guys who have no intention of investing in the infrastructure, the real one, like power and then a good road network and security, because it is a free-for-all. Okay? So you can just imagine what that lie they told you about the light at the end of the tunnel. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you. We've been there. It's darker than what you are currently witnessing and experiencing. So instead everybody explode out of the underground and make a hole that will put in a flashlight down the entire hole that will be like a light out of the tunnel there for you. No tunnel. You would have to climb up to the entire hole because these guys have done you was. Thiefnubu, like the student loan, fraudsters, criminals, they have announced, Thiefnubu announced that the increment in minimum wage. And the way they skewed it, right? You know that their minimum wage in Nigeria is $30,000, which is, how much is that? $20. I mean, sorry, 30,000 naira rather, not dollars. And that's going to be like about $22 a month. It's crazy. And it's sad that they could play with the supposed intelligence of some of these people. So last year, when Thiefnubu removed subsidy, Thiefnubu said subsidy was gone. And when the workers were grumbling, he now said, okay, they will give you 35,000 naira extra to your minimum wage or whatever you are being paid. And that will be paid to you for the next 6 months. So it was supposed to be, the last of it was supposed to be paid in February. Unfortunately, I think some said they got paid it once on their own pay, and they never got it again. Some never even got it at all. But it was announced. They said it was to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal. Now, after 6 months, Thiefnubu and Gangas worked out now, and they have given you 24% salary increase based on the threshold of the minimum wage. So what is the 24% of 30,000 naira, guys? Huh? Okay. Well, from my own rusty mathematics, I'm going to give it like somewhere around the 8,500 naira, plus or minus, give or take. So now add 8,500 plus 30,000 naira. You are still under 40,000 naira, even though there are some promises here and there of increasing it to 70,000. Koolu has come around and walk around there, another fraud that will take years for you to even understand, talk less of you to benefit from. And he said it's with immediate effect. Same thing he said about the student loan. Student loan with immediate effect. And honestly, they look for where their website is right now, where you can even make inquiry about your student loan. Nowhere. It is the same. It is a fraud, a deceit. And very soon, you are going to see some of you who are still hibernating inside the civil service, they are going to sack you. Because if they say, oh, we are going to increase their salary by 24%, that's some billions of naira there, plus the ghost workers. So that's some billions that once they do the math, and it shows that, oh, it's going to cost them extra, for example, extra 40 billion or 50 billion naira. Instead of paying that 50 billion, right, and add it and pay you, they will begin to sack you. To ask those who worked under him in Lagos, the most fraudulent character you ever come across, but he's got a very steady, stable media. When I say media, I'm talking about those who are under his payroll. He bought media houses for this purpose. Just so you remember and know this. There is a president from a place called El Salvador. I don't know if you have seen this video. They don't speak English, but they've got this subtitled. So pay attention to the screen and this subtitle. And if you do understand French or is that Portuguese, good luck. But listen to this.
Como pueden ver ustedes todos, los que estamos aquí reunidos son parte del Ejecutivo, del órgano ejecutivo, que es el del cual yo estoy encargado, a excepción de una persona. Es el fiscal general que está aquí. Él no es del Ejecutivo. Y está acá por una razón bien sencilla. Y es porque le quiero pedir en público de que investiguemos a todos los que están acá. Para atrás y para adelante. Yo me imagino que pues no hay ningún problema, ¿no? Hay una persona que me dijo una vez, mire, ¿y tú no le temes a la muerte? Yo le dije, no, pues claro, nadie se quiere morir. Yo no me quiero morir, pero yo sé que me voy a morir algún día, como todos. Si hay algo que no se puede escapar es de la muerte. Todos los que estamos aquí en 100 años, pues, no va a haber nadie vivo. Nadie. Ninguno de los que estamos aquí, lo más probable es que nadie sabe cómo se llama el papá del abuelo de uno. Pero hay algo que yo sí le tengo miedo, y es a dejar un mal legado. Y hay presidentes, unos presos, otros fugitivos, pero la mayoría son recordados como ladrones. Yo no quiero ser recordado como el ladrón. Entonces yo no robo, porque no quiero ser recordado como el ladrón o el corrupto. Pero hubo un presidente, el presidente Duarte, que la gente decía en ese entonces, el presidente no es ladrón, pero se rodeó de ladrones. Y en algún momento representó una esperanza para el pueblo salvadoreño. Pero si acaso es verdad que él no robó, qué tonto fue. Porque él era la esperanza del pueblo, no tocó un centavo y manchó su legado por rodearse de ladrones. Entonces a mí no me va a pasar eso. Yo no voy a ser el presidente que no robó, pero se rodeó de ladrones. Pero que me recuerden como el presidente que no robó y que no dejó que nadie robara. Y al que robó lo metió a la cárcel. Ya hay un par que ya están en la cárcel.
Simple as APC. So what that man was saying is that in the past, the people of El Salvador have been saddled with different kind of presidents. Among them is the President Nante or so, who, according to him, people believe that he didn't steal. He didn't steal a cent, but he surrounded himself with thieves. And according to him, he wanted his Attorney General to investigate everybody in that room, in his government, in his cabinet. And he asked them, is anybody afraid of being investigated of something? Possibly not, okay? Because in 100 years' time, right, none of them in that room will be alive. All of them will be dead and gone. But their names will still be there, because a lot of them seated there were bearing the names of their great-grandfathers who were there, who were once Salvadorians, tens or hundreds of years ago as well. That's some beautiful stuff there. He's young, he's playing, and he's there putting all the cards on the table. And right there and then, the likes of Thiefnubu and his gang left the room. Here you get. So that's El Salvador, where I believe they are not perfect, but if they are looking for leadership that you can probe, you can track their actions and inactions and all that, and you can look at them and say, well, they are on the right path. But we can go check on them again in another few years. But you will remember, some of you who have never probably heard about El Salvador for a very long time, now you have heard this, and some of you have been there as well. You are likely going to pay attention to them now, from now on. Or maybe you already did. So why should you support yourself with thieves, praise singers, court jesters, those who are only there to make the king feel good? Let him feel so invincible. Let him feel so powerful. And let him feel so much like he is infallible, kind of. To say, oh, no, he can never make a run, all that. You are so correct, sir. You are so right. That's what they do in Nigeria, though. And the result is what you are seeing and witnessing to. I'll show you something. This is from those who got assaulted, apart from everyone you've heard of, apart from what you have heard about the landmark resort. Listen to this kitchen stuff.
An extension, and then they've been They didn't give us a reason. They just told us this is an extension.
Yeah.
And then they said they've written a notice, but the notice wasn't given to us.
Yeah.
And then we just saw them today and just came in full force, and they started breaking and they started eating us too.
Exactly. In fact, I actually witnessed this personally. One of the employees here was assaulted by a police officer, and all he was trying to do, I saw this with my own eyes, he was trying to tell them that there's a gas connection here, and the breaking of these buildings could lead to a gas leak and explosion. And I personally saw this employee slapped by a police officer that came with the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Mr. Stephen, you also spoke to them as well. I
didn't speak with any of them, but because they never gave us a chance to speak to them, they were harassing us, trying to push us out, and we are under pressure and we are scared to talk to them as police officers, which they said police is our friend, and they never gave us a chance.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, so
an extension, and then they didn't give us a reason. They just told us this is an extension.
Yeah.
And then they said they've written a notice, but the notice wasn't given to us.
Yeah.
And then we just saw them today and just came in full force, and they started breaking and they started eating us too.
Exactly. In fact, I actually witnessed this personally. One of the employees here was assaulted by a police officer, and all he was trying to do, I saw this with my own eyes, he was trying to tell them that there's a gas connection here, and the breaking of these buildings could lead to a gas leak and explosion. And I personally saw this employee slapped by a police officer that came with the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Mr. Stephen, you also spoke to them as well. I
didn't speak with any of them, but because they never gave us a chance to speak to them, they were harassing us, trying to push us out, and we are under pressure and we are scared to talk to them as police officers, which they said police is our friend, and they never gave us a chance.
Yeah.
Police is not your friend. Don't be daft. You know, if you see armed robbers and you are running away from the armed robbers, and you see the police checkpoint, you are advised to run back to the armed robbers. Yeah, just run back to them and give them whatever they want. Your car, your money, your whatever, give it to them. Because there's a tendency that they will take that and just let you go. Nigerian policemen in the, under the cover of the night, if they discover that you actually have something worth robbing, they can kill you. They will rob you, then kill you, and then frame up your body, your corpse, as one of the armed robbers they engaged with last night. It has happened many times, so I'm not making it up. So you get what I'm saying now. So running to them is not always ideal. Running to a police station to say, "Oh, I'm going there for I came into town and couldn't find a place to stay, so I'm going to go stay at the police station." Don't try it. If you try it in Nigeria, you are gone. You will be killed inside their station. And that is, you'll be lucky if you are framed up for something else or chased out of their of their police station, of their station in the middle of the night. It has happened. I'm not making it up. Hope you don't become a victim before you if you have any valuable thing on you and you have nowhere to stay, the advice I could give to you is to look for an hotel. Even that too is, it's got its own risk. Because they could bring in their EFCC in the middle of the night. They could bring in their DSS. They could bring in any of those armed criminals to come and bust into your room because they are looking for some suspects. And if they can't find any suspect, you can be their suspect. So it's always like, come on, some teacher, they will try, won't kill you in that contraption. So be careful. Don't go to a place or anywhere you do not know anyone and arrive the place at night. Police is not your friend. Not in Nigeria, police is not your friend. Don't get deceived. Okay? And, there are some of them good. Some policemen are good. That's why some of you will run into trouble. There is none of them that is good. Yes, you might see one or two that is trying to act like they have empathy, trying to, but most of them that way, their job is to persuade you to do what the criminals who are physically bullying you, whatever they're asking you to do. Don't get carried away that one nice policeman is inside the station helping you to talk to others. Don't be stupid. Police is not your friend, not this one. Because they are not put together to protect you. They are not put together to defend you. They are purely put together to break you. I hope you understand. There is no Nigerian police that is your friend. Don't get stupid or get too carried away with all this free saying. Because there is no proof that Nigerian police is your friend. There is no proof anywhere, except in your head or in the head of those who want you to believe it. So you better be smart enough to know what that means, right? So yeah, usually when we have our noon broadcast this way, the line is opened, okay? And not just opened, okay? You could call in any time. I think I have that courtesy where people will kind of say, okay, yeah, I'm going to listen first. So let me give myself a break. My line is opened and the gist continues after this.
Olenye, Olenye, Yaya Bello, Olenye, 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 Yaya Bello, Olenye, 80.2 billion, Olenye, you squander RAM, Olenye, 1.1 billion, Olenye, just for school fees, Olenye, God go punish you, Olenye, Ogun go kill you, Olenye, Ole Buruku, Olenye, Ole Werenye, Olenye, 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 Yaya Bello, Olenye, 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 Yaya Bello, Olenye, Olenye.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992 when I encountered you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend and I call him my friend. And calls me my son and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Ekalo boko to bodugare bebe. Ebikite buayima. Esi buba. 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Is that you? 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Is that you?
Nigeria needs recovery plan, they say, because if you look at the trajectory that the contraption has been taking, especially in the last 10 years, I mean, there was a time you used to have a PhD holder as your president. Then you jump to a NEPA certificate holder as your president. That was Bukwari, a lifeless God. Now, the one you have now, that one will even get birth certificate to, school certificate to, or any semblance of originality or certificate at all. I don't know who is going to be your next one. So if you don't understand how trajectory works and why sometimes it is always great that in the course of human history, there are those who are compelled to act, okay? Because they can see the trajectory where this is taking them. And they just want to do something and say, oh, more, hey, where are we headed? And they will just do something to break the trajectory and change the course of their history. Except that happens in Nigeria. Oh, hey, they may have to start the new slave trade from Nigeria. You remember that time when they used to say, Say no to human trafficking. You know, it's a very horrible crime. This is a very horrible crime where people were deceived. They were promised good life, job, money, and all that. If they are taken out of Nigeria. But by the time they arrive wherever they are being their destination, some of them are turned into drug mules or prostitutes, sleeping with over 40, 50 men every day, like slaves, because they have been sold into the sex traffic ring. And it's such a horrible thing when people who have survived those things, I mean, those experiences, right? Once they come out to share their own experiences, they are with horrible, horrible, horrible tales that you never really wanted to see happen to anybody ever. Titi Abubakar, Atifku's wife, became even famous under Obasanjo then when she started what she called the NAPTIP, National Prohibition of trafficking person. I don't know. I can't remember the full meaning, but something like that. And guess those they mostly rescued. From this, our women from the southern Nigeria who were working and then who have been transported and trafficked to different parts of the Middle East, Asia, even Europe, trafficked by their fellow brothers and sisters who deceived them that they will get good lives outside this, outside the contraption. Some of them didn't make it back, died. Others who made it back came back with different diseases, like different horrible stories that people experienced. They were raped, sodomized, brutalized, beaten, caned, and I mean, horrible things that happen to them. So that makes human trafficking a very, very, very grave crime, kind of very horrible. And you don't want it on anyone. So they started the campaign in Nigeria then. Don't follow anybody. If anybody promise you, don't give your daughter to anybody to take abroad because this or that. So the campaign was everywhere. Then APC, Egbekegbe happened to Nigeria. And people come, they ask themselves now, please come and traffic me. If you now tell all these young people, be very careful. You better be very careful. You better don't let anybody go traffic you, go one country. They will just go sell your kidney. They will just go and sell your organ. They are the ones who are now asking to be trafficked. They want to sell my organ, they should sell my organ. If they want to sell my kidney, they should sell my kidney. What am I even using it for in this country? I'm suffering. We're all suffering. This or that. And you are telling me that I'm going to sell my body, or they are going to use me for this. So people where they give my body to, here they give me 1,000, 2,000 just to buy food. So what's the difference? Like that is the situation that APC Egbekegbe has forced a lot of you into. The number of people crossing the desert escalated under Boko Haram. In case if you have forgotten, people wanted to be trafficked. There's a bus stop in Benin. If you want to go to Italy, there's a Italo bus terminal in Benin. Pack your bag, enter the bus, go through the Agades, through the Libya. If you make it that far, then they carry you through the channel. Cross the Lampedusa, cross the water before you get to Lampedusa. When you get to Lampedusa, then you have to cross again. But you will get on the bus from Benin. If you make it that far, the story you would have to share with all of us are those who you left with, but didn't make it to the end. If you make it that far, these are young Nigerians, okay, who were just kind of like, they want to get out. So you want to go UK deal 15 million. America day 25 million visa. Canada day 23 million visa. Schengen day 10 million visa. But if you don't get 5 million, you don't get 10 million, you don't get 12 million, you don't get 20 million. Italo day 11.5. It's just that you also need probably the prayers of your ancestors to follow you, because if you don't make it to the destination on a 3.5, on a 11.5, on 100,000 naira to Libya, 100,000 naira to Italy. This is the consequences of what the visible evidence of what APC Egbekegbe brought upon you. People are asking to be trafficked now. And so you need to be very careful so that if you go to all these countries, they just sell your organ or say, well, Baba, I get 2 organs. I want to sell one. Poverty. What do you want to take the money do? So that I can help my family out of poverty. So they want to sell his organ, or sell his organs or our organs, or even walk around and see those they can, steal theirs. That is the effect of APC Egbekegbe. So you can't miss that. If you're looking for the effect of what they have done to you, I just give you one. So once again, my line is, I want to believe it is open and it is working. Omar, go double check that, okay? And I will be back again. Don't go anywhere yet.
70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Woman, is that you? 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Woman, is that you? 70 years.
They go my brother house. Anyway, I think I've got one caller in. Let's check if that works. Hello there.
Yes, Maiyegun.
Bye-bye. How are you this afternoon?
I'm very well, my brother.
Grand.
Thank you so much, brother, for all you do.
Thanks, man. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah. We appreciate you so much, Maiyegun.
Thank you.
See, this afternoon there was a little discussion on the social media, and the young man said it's good the way the government said they're now paying those people money. And I said, bro, you cannot break people's houses before you come back to pay them compensation. You bring them together, and then you pay, and then you discuss with them, and then you pay them, and then they will go and settle themselves before you come back to break their properties. And you say, no, here I'm against the government. This I say, God Almighty. Like a caller said that day.
He said there is no law that says they have to pay compensation first. Yeah, the law says we should pay compensation, but it didn't say we should first before demolition. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll pay them some money. It was actually talking as if to say, all of you should forget about this. Just let's move on. Okay, we'll pay them some money. We'll tell them to pay them some money. As if to say, just hand them some money and let them walk away. That's it. Very, very funny people.
Maiyegun, I left Nigeria. I left Nigeria 2020 with my first child. My wife, we are in Glasgow here. I live in the same state with you. Yes, sir.
So where in
Glasgow? I'm in the G22 area. Milton.
Well, fair enough. I'm at G41 area, so that means you are very close to the city center area and all that, right? So fair enough, Baba. You want to tell me about that? Go on. Oh, have I lost you? I actually hope not. Can you still hear me? Okay. See, I've got somebody from my, from my backyard here, and somehow I couldn't really get him
on. I hope you call back, bro, right? Something possibly just cut that off there, okay? So, one moment. Right. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I think somehow my line may be acting up. But yeah, one sec. But we can always like try it again. Okay. So what was I saying earlier? I've actually missed that because I was trying to kind of start a convo with that my caller going forward. Okay. So anyway, give me one more sec to see to this, okay? I'm back.
We work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Anyway, so I was talking about, I remember now, I was talking about, people are right now looking for means to get out of that contraption by all means, right? All means that you can. And the implosion, the economic implosion that, or should I say the economic implosion threat that Thiefnubu and APC, Egbe poses to the rest of you, is better understood. Because when it explodes, I think I've said this before. Word of mouth may not be able to describe what the calamity will feel like. Because from all angles, from my own views, and then with some provable facts as well, you are living on a borrowed time. And Thiefnubu and gang knows this. Now, I don't know how much of propaganda that they would need to sustain or even deviate your attention from processing this coming wahala, right? I don't know how amount of propaganda they would need, but it's going to happen. You cannot hold people down for so long with just lies and, and brute force. Then come have the hunger and economic hardship to it. You can only hold them down for a while. You can't hold them down for long. I don't know. Somebody said that Shore is back in Nigeria. And as it is, right, it seems that he is continuing with his revolution now and with the ambition that he could possibly rule Nigeria one day. I'll show you the clip somebody sent to me.
Take it back. Action. Revolution. Now. I want to thank everyone as our future governor of Ondo State has said. When I left about a month and a half ago, I made it very clear that I'll be back. But before I left about a month and a half ago, in 2019, when we were starting out the Revolution Now movement, we told them that it may take time, but we will defeat them. Yes. Even in their own courtroom. Yes. So by a month and a half ago, we defeated 4 judges. My case went through 4 judges and over 5 years. And it's the most powerful 5 years of the re-institutionalization of the country that is and you can imagine today that we are the only ones who are who can inform the oppressors of their own cause. In their courtrooms, in their barracks, in their police stations, even in Aso Rock. We stayed with them in Abuja and the etc. And we have said it that we'll be back, and I'm back today. And I'm glad to be back with all of you. I have another trial tomorrow in Abuja. I go to Abuja. But the trial is not the issue. We are going to put all of them on trial one by one, and collectively. Those of you who are aware when we were fighting in Koolu State, we told Yaya Bello when he arrested two of our guys for facing Buhari must go poster. That one day he too will be on the run. Has it not come to pass? His deputy that time, Anoja, told them one day you'll be on the run too. The Buhari people, we told them to be on the run. They are all on the run now. But that is not our intention. Our intention is to clean this country. And like I said, when I arrived there, what we did in the last 5 years was to give them a military.
I'll bring more on that later in the evening. So I think we might be having a back and forth off and on what have you problem with the line. Let me just go use that to get myself ready for the evening. We can skip that now, okay? I will see you later this evening. Enjoy the rest of your day and good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun dayari politico. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.